So I'm going to make a video today about PlayStation buying a studio. No, normally these are usually rumors or Microsoft buying a studio, but today Microsoft didn't buy anything. It was actually PlayStation, and I'm very excited about this. I do have a little bit of concerns on this acquisition, but let's go ahead and get straight into it. But before we get on the video, you guys know it. Definitely hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. You can always subscribe to the channel for weekly content. And don't forget to go over there and follow me at Twitter at Lord Addict ILP. And you can also go over there and follow the Iron Lords Podcast Twitch channel. Just type in Iron Lords Podcast, you'll find it. Without any further ado, let's talk about Sony and PlayStation buying Bungie. How many of the people watching this video like Destiny? I know that Destiny has this weird concept where people always attack it. And there is clearly a huge amount of people that enjoy this franchise, including myself. I will admit, over the past year and a half, I have lowered my expectations when it comes to playing Destiny. And that doesn't really speak on the quality of Destiny. It really just speaks on the fact that I've been playing it for so long, and I'm probably fatigued a little bit when it comes to the formula that makes Destiny it. Now, we can all agree that's watching this video that Microsoft is buying a lot of studios, and for the most part in my comment section I do see a lot of similar things, asking Sony to respond, asking PlayStation, compete, go ahead and buy some of your own, make sure that you don't lose all of your third-party support from Microsoft buying these giant publishers. And today they did just that. They went out there and they bought Bungie for 3.5 or 6. I can't remember if it was a 5 or 6. We're going to say $3.6 billion. That's right, you guys. Billion with a B. Regardless if you think Bungie and Destiny is worth that amount of money, is kind of irrelevant to the conversation. I do see a bunch of people on Twitter debating whether or not it's worth that much money. And it's I think they spent $200 to $300 million on Insomniac. So people are kind of comparing the two. And I don't think they're really something you can compare it to. Insomniac came with talent and Sunset Overdrive. And to my knowledge, that's about it. Destiny is a huge IP that makes a lot of money. It's a well-known IP, and it's a good shooter IP, and Bungie can kind of dictate their price within reason. So regardless if you feel the company's worth that or not, it's not up to you. It's up to Sony and PlayStation and Bungie, and they agreed that that price was fair, and they paid it. Now, well, I think it's kind of like the Activision thing. It's not necessarily done yet, but I would say Activision has a more chance of being shut down than this ever will be. There is pretty much no chance that them buying this company goes down in flames. I'm pretty sure Sony is going to buy Bungie in the next probably 6 months to a year. Now, like I said, I'm a huge Destiny fan. I've been playing Destiny since D1. Well, that's Destiny 1 for some of you guys that I'm sure is going to put it in the comment section or whatever. And the biggest question that I would have is Destiny 2 going to remain as a multi-plat, or are they going to strip it from the Xbox store and make it just PC and PlayStation? That's a huge debate, and I'm pretty sure they're going to keep that a multi-plat. Now, for those of you that don't keep up with the Bungie world and exactly what goes on with Destiny, they did come out after they separated from Activision, and they pretty much just said, look, we're going to keep Destiny 2 what it is, and we're going to add on to it. We're not going to necessarily make a Destiny 3. So keep that phrase in mind. They said that around the time that they separated from Activision. So if it was just Destiny 2 here going out, I would say that there's no way that PlayStation and Sony just rip off Destiny 2 from the Xbox store and not let the Xbox users play that game. But I do think that there is a chance because I think that this only really applies to Destiny because it's currently out on all these platforms. And if they ever made a Destiny 3, I think that it would be a little bit different. Now, we can talk about the Bungie statement and the PlayStation statement and all that PR talk. I'll put it in the description below if you want to go read the actual tweets, or you could just search them up on Twitter. I'm sure you can easily find them there. And I could go over that, but hear me out, guys. we saw from the Bethesda acquisition that Microsoft made, and we're seeing it at the beginning of the acquisition that Microsoft has made by buying Activision. I don't necessarily think you can take anything that any of these companies say, because they're always making it very, very vague where you can read it different ways. Instead of just coming out openly and saying we're keeping on Xbox, they say stuff like we're going to keep it a multi-plat, it's going to be supported on multiple consoles, and it's going to be where our communities are, which you could also read those as, you know, Xbox is a community, Xbox is a console, and so they're going to keep it on Xbox. But the thing is, I don't believe that. I think that Destiny 2 has a pretty strong chance of staying on the Xbox platform, but if Sony buys Bungie, which is not if, when Sony buys Bungie, do they continue that kind of mentality? Or do they go to someone like Bungie and say, look, we want to fund a Destiny 3, and that sequel will be an exclusive to the PlayStation brand? Or they could go the direction they did with Destiny 1 and some of Destiny 2, where they didn't get the game exclusive, but they got a lot of content exclusive. And I think the worst case scenario for PlayStation fans playing Destiny is you're going to get some timed exclusive gear, some exotics, maybe some ships, maybe some strikes. This is the type of content that the worst case scenario PlayStation gamers will get. And I am saying right now, if you don't switch over to PlayStation, because it is cross progression, and if you don't switch over to PlayStation to play Destiny right now, you're a fool. Because when this acquisition actually is approved and the money's exchanged, don't think Sony's gonna play fair when it comes to Destiny. Even if Xbox maintains Destiny, I do see a lot of exclusive stuff going to the PlayStation platform version of Destiny. And I think that if you're a huge fan of Destiny, you need to switch over to PlayStation now, and you need to drop it from the Xbox platform and even maybe the PC platform, because they might keep those exclusive stuff just for PlayStation, or they might just be not on Xbox. And there's a slight chance that if Destiny 3 does get approved and Sony pushes for that, or maybe Bungie's always wanted to do that, they just didn't have the funds to actually officially make a Destiny 3, and with the help of Sony and the money that they have, they can actually push for a Destiny 3. I have every belief that that's going to be exclusive. This next project, it's like called Project Matter or Nickname Matter. I don't know exactly everything going on over there at Bungie, but that game's going to be an exclusive on PlayStation. I'm very confident in that, because to me, you spent a lot of money, $3.5 billion. You most likely paid above value for what this platform, what this brand's worth. Why would you share that with Xbox? Maybe I see a lot of people on Twitter, maybe they're just doing it just to keep Destiny as a multi-plat. But to me, if you're going to let Xbox buy companies like Activision and Bethesda, and you see Xbox keeping the majority of these games only on the Xbox platform and PC, why would you play nice when the opposing side isn't? So I get it. We have a lot of criticism and a lot of speculation going out there because of the PR speak that both of these companies are doing currently. And it's like I said, I will put it in the description below. We're not going to really go over it because I went over the Bethesda stuff. And if you remember my Bethesda video announcing and me going over the news that Microsoft bought Bethesda, I said in that video that I personally feel like stuff like Starfield is going to be on all platforms. I was wrong about that. And the reason I was wrong about that is because of this PR speak. I don't feel like it's worth even going over. Sure, you want to look at it and you want to read it just to be educated that these words have been said. But as far as believing what these PR marketing people and what everyone on PlayStation saying, what everyone on Bungie saying, I'm just saying take their words with a grain of salt, because we saw them say the exact same phrases when it come to Microsoft buying Bethesda. And when that deal was officially confirmed and that deal went through, Phil Spencer went on that stage and said Starfield's going to be an exclusive to the Xbox and PC platforms. And he went on that interview, I think it was IGN, and he said Elder Scrolls is going to be an exclusive to Xbox and on the PC platform. And right there shows me that you can't take what these companies say when they buy these other companies. Can't take it at face value. You got to take that as read between the lines. And I believe that when you read between the lines on Sony buying Bungie, it says Destiny most likely is going to remain a multi-plat unless we make Destiny 3, and anything remotely after their next projects after Destiny is gone is going to be an exclusive to the PlayStation platform. And you know, there's a lot of other things that Bungie could help PlayStation with, which I'll probably go over that in another video sometime this week. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Tell me what you guys think is going to happen with this acquisition, and now Bungie is going to be owned by PlayStation probably in the next 6 months. Tell me how you guys feel about it. Is this something that you guys care about? I know a lot of my viewership, some of you, I'm not saying all of you, probably don't even like Destiny, so this doesn't really matter to you, but it does matter to me because I'm a huge Destiny fan, and chances are I'm gonna be playing some of my stuff on PlayStation. That's just my opinion, unless that it comes out and they just straight out say we're not removing anything off the Xbox platform, because I'm not dealing with the stuff I dealt with D1 in the beginning of D2, where I had content locked away from me because I was on the Xbox platform. I got a PlayStation, I'll play Destiny on the PlayStation. But anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm out of here. Peace.